You'll see pretty much high flying, fast paced for the
Yeah.
majority of the show. So I just try to be different in that way. Any of those type of opportunities, I'm really appreciative. It's all about getting your foot in the door. I love working with him, man. One of the best in the world. My last singles match with Sam Holloway, I was really happy with what we did. And they saw something in me that I didn't see. They came to me with it, and I was already leaning in a direction.
Ladies and gentlemen, hosted by Coach C, Chris Sanders, this is Best for Business.
All right, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Another episode of Best for Business. I'm pumped for this one. Isaiah Broner, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me, man. Appreciate you for having me.
Absolutely. I'm pumped for you. So I'm curious for pro wrestling. The Michigan scene, obviously different, but I'm curious for you. What was it about pro wrestling that made you want to get involved in it?
It's like the first thing, it's one of my first memories. So just seeing it, man, it was just, I don't know, it just grabbed my attention, and it just made me feel like it was something I wanted to be a part of. Um, Being a kid, not fully knowing what you're looking at, but like you just couldn't look away. So that's one of them things with me.
No, how do you make the transition into pro wrestling? How do you get involved?
Like I said, it was the first thing I ever wanted to do.
Yeah.
Um, I wound up playing football, and that didn't work. I had like a couple of workouts with like some Canadian league teams, and like Billy Gunn got a hold of he got a hold of my workout, one of my workout tapes, and suggested I look into actually training. So after that, I found a school, the House of Truth, and gave it a go. And I wish I would have done it sooner, because it's like the most natural thing I've ever done.
Wow. How was the transition from football to pro wrestling, you think? Obviously, they both had a toll on your body, but in different ways.
Um, I feel like wrestling is more natural for me. Like I
Nice.
was good at football, but it was more natural. Uh, I just brung like my physicality into wrestling, so it's not it's definitely not the same. But I just keep the same mindset. I've been injured more wrestling than I was playing football,
Wow.
ironically. So,
Yeah.
so yeah,
When you talk the House of Truth, I'm curious for you. What are some of the biggest lessons that you learned there?
etiquette.
Nice.
How to go around and be respectful and humble to everybody. That
Nice.
was a big thing that stuck with me. The wrestling part, you know, I ain't gonna say anybody can do it, whatever, but you know, anybody can learn to do the moves. It's everything, the etiquette, uh, the psychology part, learning how to grasp the fans and make them believe in you. So once you do that, man, you can go anywhere with this.
Nice. I'm curious for you. Is there anything that stands out you think about the wrestling scene in Michigan compared to anywhere else? Any strong points?
Um, Michigan is such like a fast paced. Like the wrestling is so fast paced out here.
Nice.
Um, Everywhere it's just adjust to anywhere else. Um, yeah, it's just pretty much adjusting everything. Depending on where you go, it's different levels or different parts of it that you just learning to adjust there. Like wrestling in Ohio is way different than wrestling in Michigan. Just what the fans expect and what different promotions expect.
Nice. I'm curious when you talk about getting into pro wrestling, what was like the inspiration behind Isaiah Broner? Like, what were you looking into? Is there anyone you shaped after? Anything you did in the ring?
Um, I pretty much like watch um like with me being a bigger guy,
Mm-hmm.
I kind of gravitated towards that style. I'm a very physical person, so people like Samoa Joe or Jacob Fatu, Vader, um, those more powerhouse people. Like I love technical wrestling and like people like Shawn Michaels, Eddie Guerrero, Bret Hart. but I gravitated towards those bigger wrestlers, Umaga, and just try to model my style after that. Because if you watch a lot of people on the indies, if you watch a lot of indies, you'll see pretty much high flying, fast paced for the
Yeah.
majority of the show. So I just try to be different in that way.
Nice. When we talk your career, your resume keeps going and going, but I'm curious for you first. How does your opportunity for OVW come to be?
Um, so one of the guys that used to run, I don't know if it was like talent relations or anything, um, Adam, um, he reached out to me. I guess they were like looking for like new talent, and it was like right before the pandemic, and he just decided to give it a go and to see
Mhm.
how it went. It was one of the best decisions I could make at the time
Nice.
because I was looking to get out of Michigan, and look to what I had to do to develop myself or take the next step, and that helped tremendously with my with character work or learning how to work with a crowd and learning how to get reactions out of people. So much appreciated for Al Snow and Doug Basham because they gave me opportunity, and anytime I would come down there, I learned something. So I really appreciate that.
Yeah. So when you talk your career, there's a few matches I want to ask you if there's a story or a memory. The first one I believe was in OVW. Anything stands out wrestling Jessie Godderz?
Um, I think that was like my second singles match there.
Hmm.
So just him being cool.
Nice.
Um, it was cool to work with. Um, everything like I've evolved since then. Like looking back at it now, is obviously it's like a lot that I wish I could have did better
Yeah.
or did differently. But he was a cool guy.
Nice.
Didn't have any issues with him.
Nice.
Nice, easy match.
Yeah.
So yeah, shout outs to him.
Yeah. What about Minoru Suzuki? That one's insane.
Oh yeah, man, that was wild, man, because I was I had like little nerves, but
Mhm.
I was fine until his music hit, and like it was like an out of body experience like during his entrance.
Nice.
So yeah, that was something, man.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Your career, you've got to face some crazy people. What about Kenta?
That was another man. That was another that was another crazy one, man. He was so
Nice.
cool to work with. Um, really giving. Um, I really love that match. Um, the story we told with the size difference. Um, like I said, man, he was like super giving, super helpful. I can shoot him a message and he'll respond. So he
Nice.
put me over. So, I'm super appreciative of those matches.
Yeah. When you talk about size difference, I'm curious for you. When you wrestled Eddie Kingston, what was the size difference with you guys?
Um, I think we were around the same size at that
Okay.
point.
Nice.
Um, yeah, I think height wise, yeah, we think we're about to around the same
Nice.
size. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm curious when your career, how was the pandemic for you? Like you said, OVW had a couple matches in, pandemic happens, but how was it for you?
It was it was difficult because there wasn't a lot of activity going on initially. So it was like house confinement and then trying to stay in shape. So I would like buy weights as much as like I would try to find people selling weights, try to buy them. And as the weather got better, like I would do cardio outside or go to a track or whatever and just try to do what I can. And stuff started to open up gradually. Um, Gradually started to do a little bit more. OVW was a option because they gave I can't think of the word I'm looking for, but we were allowed to travel down there and work.
Nice.
So yeah, so it was definitely a blessing in disguise.
Yeah. How is your opportunity for AEW Dark Elevation?
Um, it was heaven sent. Like any 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 of those type of opportunities, I'm really appreciative
Nice.
to because like I say, like anybody can get them. I ain't gonna say anybody can get them, but they can happen for anybody. and anybody can miss them. So just to get those matches was extremely dope. Like I really cherished that. I learned a lot just seeing how stuff works there backstage, um, how everybody's like moving around and how AEW structured. Everybody was real nice. Everybody was real cool.
Nice. When I was doing some film study on you, I'm curious. One of the companies that is close to me, Wrestling Open, how did your opportunity come to be for them?
Um, can't remember if I messaged them
Okay.
or who messaged who.
How was your
I don't
drive down
remember.
here? How long?
Oh my God, it was about eight
Wow.
hours. But like I say, man, like sometimes you gotta be willing to sacrifice things for opportunity,
Yeah.
and that's all it is. I've driven longer or about the same distance to other places.
Hmm.
And it's all about getting your foot in the door. And I got to work Alec Price.
Yeah.
I love working with him, man. I think I done worked with him about three or four times, and like he's one of the best in the world. So it was an amazing opportunity. I've been
Nice.
down there again, like so twice altogether. So I'll be back soon. Just waiting on them to send me a date.
Nice. When you talk opportunities, I'm curious for you, what was it like? I forgot the name of the company. I think it was AIW defeating Matt Cardona for that
Yeah.
championship. How was that?
Yep. Oh man, it was super dope, man.
Nice.
Going into that, like I tore my Achilles like 2 months before. Um, so I was still working my way back. Um, Anybody that's torn their Achilles is usually like a
Hmm.
year or longer injury. But I knew I had this opportunity, and I didn't want to pass it up. So I rehab about 2 or 3 times a day for a couple months, and still going into that. Cardona's like one of the smartest people in the business. Um, like I learned a lot from him just outside the ring and inside the ring. I love the match, the story we told.
Nice.
So like that's like right at the top of my list of the things I've done so far in my career.
Nice. When you talk recovery, I'm curious, did you do anything with wrestling while you were hurt, or was it just until you came
So
back?
no,
Okay.
no, I stayed completely um I stayed completely away from like the wrestling ring.
Okay.
I think I went to one show. Um, I want to say like a
Hmm.
couple weeks after I tore it. But yeah, I was because I was living in Columbus at the time, so I would rehab at Ohio State, and then I would work out. Um, I would work out. I would go to rehab. I would work out, and then depending on how I felt, I would go back later to do like another workout session. So I
Wow.
would do that like every day for 2 months just to try to speed up recovery.
Hmm. When you talk pro wrestling, obviously you've been killing it. So for you, what does it mean? PWI 500 from 2020 to 2024, you've climbed the ranks. I think the latest was like 303. So for you, you're up there. A bunch of even people on TV.
Uh, it it's a blessing to be recognized for anything you do.
Yeah.
For a lot of people that say it don't mean nothing to them or stuff like that. Like as a kid, if you see your name in the or if you follow wrestling as a kid and you see PWI and you see the top 500 and you read the list of everybody that made the 500 and you want to be a wrestler, you want to be on that list.
Hmm.
So to be recognized, that means the world. So it just means I'm being recognized for the work I put in, but I'm not satisfied because I want to be even higher than where I am now.
Yeah. You're killing it. Talking about companies that are killing it, GCW, is there a moment or match that stands out and how'd that opportunity come to be?
Um, so, Ironically, after wrestling, no, after wrestling Alec Price the second time, Brett shot me a message, shot me a couple of dates,
Nice.
and and he was just hitting me up every now and then. Um, I would say my last singles match with Sam Holloway in
Mm.
Chicago, like
Nice.
that. Like I was really happy with what we did there.
Yeah, when you talk your career, I'm curious, what was the idea of you being added to the Death Threat Army?
It meant a lot. It meant a lot because I was only when Aaron and Jack approached me with it. I wasn't even a year in. I want to say like around 6 months or so.
Mhm.
Might have been might have been sooner than that. And they saw something in me that I didn't see fully myself. So just being able to be with them and learn from them. And anytime we work together, like I just worked with Tommy, had a match against Tommy about 2 weeks ago.
Nice.
So anytime we're together, I'm always learning from them. It's like my brothers, all of them.
Nice.
Um, so I love all of them. It meant a lot, man.
Yeah. When you talk your career, I'm curious, what was like the idea behind the Gravity Destroyers with AJ?
Um, I think there was just something Al Snow put together.
Nice.
Um, he was trying to figure out exactly what to do. He wanted to use me, but he didn't know how. So he just put us together for a week, and it just kind of went from there.
Yeah.
We had a little run. I think, yeah, we had a little. I think from like my third or fourth match until my last one, we tagged, and I appreciate that time. Um, it would have been nice to tell a further story with that tag. To see if we could have went further or if they would split us up and go into a story together. But you know what happens. I appreciate it though.
Yeah, when you talk opportunities, I'm curious for you, what did it mean to win the Heavy Hitters 3 tournament? I was looking early today. That tournament was absolutely stacked.
Yeah. So it's not really a fun fact because it wasn't fun at all. Um, I tore my right Achilles. Okay, so 2023, I tore my left one. So heavy hitters was 21.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2021.
Yeah.
So I had torn my right one. That April. Tried to rush back and I tore it again. The night that I won that title from the heavy hitter title of Paradigm. So I was literally that was like my second or third match, like going into that tournament. So it was definitely challenging because having that in the back of your mind of you prematurely coming off an Achilles tear
Yeah.
and have to repeatedly wrestle multiple times a night definitely was difficult. And then having to wrestle Laura Crew and Alex Kane and everybody, the Bev, everybody that was in that match, man, it was incredible talent, man. I'm just blessed to be able to come out on top.
Yeah, when you talk your career, NAP champ, 750 plus days and counting as of this recording. Is there a match or moment? Because on the independents, we don't see reigns like that usually.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's I would say I got a match with Mad Dog, Conley. Um, I can't wait to see that back.
Nice.
Um, Myron Reed. I think it was July, last July, August that we wrestled the second time. Mysterious Q. I got that coming up with him. I'm really looking forward to that one.
Yeah.
We had a hell of a match at OWA before, so
Nice.
I'm just looking forward to each one of them. Each one of them feel better than the last.
Nice. When you talk your career, whose idea was to have Josh as your manager?
Him.
Wow.
Uh, he came to me with it, and he told me the idea that they had, and I was already leaning in the direction of the idea they were going with. So we decided to give it a shot, and here we are.
Nice. Who brings the best out of you, you think?
Um, me- I would say myself
Mhm.
because I'll find things to motivate me. Um, I've been like I said earlier about the etiquette and learning that from House of Truth. I think it's kind of been a detriment to myself because I'm like extremely humble. Um, I try to be as supportive to everybody else that does this, but it's times that I see people that I feel like I'm better than, they get opportunities. So that definitely drives me.
Yeah.
So that definitely brings the better out of me because now like I have a chip on my shoulder.
Yeah. Who are your biggest mentors, you'd say?
DBA, out of Michigan, um, Rhino, um, Johnny Bravo.
Nice.
Um, yeah, that's all I can think off the top of my head right now.
Yeah. Now, when you talk about pro wrestling, is there a venue that stands out that you got to perform in?
Oh yeah, the Odeon, in Cleveland, coming to AIW. Like I missed that place. They had like
Mm,
such a word to it.
nice.
It was so special. It was like AIW's own like ECW arena.
Nice.
There, it was dope doing the Mania weekend for Fourth Rope at the
Nice.
Palms. That was man, that was beautiful. It was like filled to the brim. So
Mhm.
those two spots right now stick out.
Yeah, I'm curious. You've accomplished so much in pro wrestling, but what's next for you? What are the goals?
Um, to get even better,
Nice.
to get signed.
Yeah.
I don't know where, and I speak it into exist. I'm gonna speak it into existence for myself, and I'm claiming it. I'm gonna be signed somewhere soon. I
Nice.
don't know where, I don't know when, but I know it's gonna happen.
Nice. I can't wait to see it happen. And a year from now, I'm going to try to get you. You're going to be busy anywhere else. So thank you for doing this, man.
No problem, man. I really appreciate you having me on there, man.
Now, I end every interview the same. Now, the day you decide it's all done in pro wrestling, which isn't happening anytime soon, but the day you decide it's all done, what do you want your legacy in pro wrestling to be?
It's one of the greats, one of the best to ever do it.
Nice. Thank you so much for doing this, man. I appreciate it.
No problem, man.
Thank you for doing this, and thank you, everybody, for watching this episode. This was Best for Business.
Thank you for watching this episode of Best for Business. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, because this is Best for Business.